videos where you have an officer basically around the neck area.
These two retired Vegas cops now podcast hosts.
They don't have ID, they can't get into a hotel room.
To get them the help they need, especially if someone even gets arrested. A lot of people don't know how the justice system works.
You guys have going on is necessary, it's needed.
Hey, it's David Kohlmeier, the problem solver. Welcome today, Thursday at approximately 4:30, even though it's 4:46. We are here live today talking about problems in the community, how we can help solve some problems today. As usual, my great co-host, Danny Miner, to my right.
Thank you, Dave. I just want to know, are we playing that game today? Where's Beja? Just like Where's Waldo?
Yes.
Because that's like a game we play every week, right?
It's a new game that we're playing. It's called Where's Beja?
Okay.
Maybe we can go to a map and we can search her. We have some type
Maybe
of map.
she's on the fifth. Could she be on the 15 right now? She said she's in a traffic jam.
I know there's a lot of traffic in general.
But is there traffic every Thursday at 4:30?
It appears so.
Okay, I just wonder.
Maybe we need to have a microphone and a video camera in a car.
Yes.
And she's driving here, and then she jumps in and she changes clothes, and she's like a Superwoman.
Yes.
So Beja Rivera is headed our way. She's a little bit late with traffic. Anyway, again, so I'm David Kohlmeier, the problem solver, every single week. The goal is Thursday to go live and talk about community problems, have great special guests on to talk about different issues in general. And so that's what we're here. So today we have two lovely guests here. We have Ashley Pritchard Darrow, who's
Hello.
the Chief Medical Officer.
Correct.
I'm always talking about marketing. Chief Medical Officer with Summit Integrated Health, and along with Dr. Bennett Patterson.
Yes, sir.
Thanks so much, you guys, for coming on the show today.
We appreciate
Thanks for
the
having
invite.
us.
So we met a time before, and I knew that you were very interested in coming on the show, and probably you had a lot of information to share. So my thought process was to bring you guys on the show, learn a little bit about Summit Integrated Health and how you guys are helping people with problems in the community in general. I'm not sure who wants to start off first. Tell us a little bit about Summit Integrated Health.
Absolutely. So Summit Integrated Health came about when we decided to combine chiropractic, medical, and physical therapy modalities under one roof. So it's a one-stop shop for everybody. We are newer to the Las Vegas area. We've been around for 1 year now. We actually moved here during the beginning of COVID, and we're just trying to help everyone in the community dealing with acute pain, chronic pain, hopefully trying to avoid some surgeries if they need to, anything like that, that we can focus on the entire patient rather than just one symptom or one complaint.
It's interesting because we've had a physical therapist on here. Mm-hmm. We've had someone recently that did carpal tunnel
Absolutely.
surgery. It was interesting because the carpal tunnel, the guy said, "Hey, the physical therapy guy doesn't know what he's talking about because you need surgery." We didn't ask. We didn't have the physical therapy guy, right?
He told me I had carpal tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny because I went fishing the other day. I put the pictures on Facebook. The next day, my hand was hurting me. It was totally numb the next day, and it's all from fishing.
It's interesting when he was here, he had some equipment, and Danny didn't know, so he thought maybe that he was gonna like cut him open or something. He got. I actually didn't know what he was gonna do,
here.
and he took out all the equipment, and so he got a little bit nervous, and he put out his hand, but he started talking about like the incision. I really didn't know what he was gonna do, but all I know, his hand was on the table, and we did talk about maybe filming. He doesn't want to do it, I don't think, but I think maybe he will. This doctor was gonna basically just do it for free, but we were gonna do like a live filming of his hand getting the surgery.
No.
And
I'm so glad you're volunteering for that.
No, I'll deal with the numbness, the pain, no surgery for me.
we're always looking for sponsors in general. Like, so.
Naturally.
But he actually was going to do, he would do it live, the surgery. And I feel like I should do it, even though I don't have this, just for the media purposes. But it's always interesting to get different people's perspectives. And I always like asking people like what certain strategies that people have. Anyway, his thing was that he felt that you needed surgery. And then the physical therapist was saying, hey, look, you don't always need the surgery. What's your take on that one?
My personal take is, honestly, I do everything I can do to prevent surgery. I always tell people it's my job to work myself out of a job because that means you're getting better.
Right.
And what I want to do is I want to take every step necessary before we actually go under the knife, because surgery's permanent. You can't come back from it. Like, once you're cut open, you're cut. And I like to do the holistic side where hopefully we can avoid that and get you back to where you want to be. Obviously, there's always going to be those times where it's necessary, but it seems like more and more, I don't want to say people want to take the easy way out and go under the knife,
Right.
but with a little work and with a little consistency, you'd be amazed at what we can avoid when it comes to like necessary procedures.
My main thing is I think no matter what, you should always try before surgery. They always say, actually, so I have a stomach issue, and they say that people have stomach surgery, like I'm more likely statistically to have another surgery in the future because I already had surgery. Knock on wood, actually, it's my stomach. That's why I medically retired. Luckily, I go for like a colonoscopy, and basically they say everything's clean. But the bottom line is I'm always nervous in the future because surgery is just not good. So if you could avoid surgery, I think that's the goal. I feel like I almost died when I had stomach surgery. It's been about 12 years. So luckily, I'm fortunate that I'm okay with some preventive meds as well. So yes, the goal is, I think, prior to surgery, try to do everything possible. So, I mean, that's what you guys try to do. I guess what's cool about your place is that you do chiro and physical therapy together at the same place, right?
We do.
A lot of places are not like that, right? They're like just chiro or just physical therapy, right?
Most of the time you're having to go separate places. So because you have the things that you specialize in, absolutely, and then it just depends on what all you can get in under one roof. The reason why we're unique is that we have all three, and it's one of those things. We don't like to put a Band-Aid on something. If we're going to work with you and I'm going to take you on as a patient, I want to actually get you well.
Right.
And because that's the end goal, is I want to get you to where you can run with your grandbabies. I want to get you to where you can play with your kids. If you're an athlete, I want you to be able to freaking run a 40 in
Right.
whatever time you want. Yeah.
Awesome.
So what makes your place different than other places in general? I mean, you guys have been here for a year. I mean, a lot of places have been around, like I see billboards now, even for chiropractors now. They're like, we've been here 40 years. What makes you guys different? I know some places equipment are a little bit older. Like I've heard recently, I've heard one place say that they didn't want their place really to be filmed because their equipment's a little bit older. And then I've seen different people with really new equipment, and I've been out in Pahrump, and there's like all kinds of crazy equipment, like the head and all kinds, and they said they made it themselves. I mean, you go into some of these places, I'm like, I don't know what's going on here. You feel like in a different world. What's the difference between your place?
So our place is actually really unique. There is only a very small handful of integrated clinics within the Las Vegas Valley.
Okay.
And I take pride in that. My background's the emergency room. So I saw one aspect of healing somebody and really helping somebody. And the one thing that was always dropping the ball was we're focusing on one aspect of the body.
Right.
When, as cliche as it is, everything is connected. So if you're treating on, say, somebody's neck pain, well, you aren't factoring in it's causing headaches. It could be changing their vision. It could be going down their back. It could be even affecting the way they walk or think or talk or anything like that. And it's all from, oh, well, my neck hurts. There's so much more that goes into it. And that's what makes us unique, is that we do a full diagnostic panel on all of our patients. So when they come in for their consultation, we then do a full exam, do an x-ray if it's medically necessary, and we also do an inflammation test, which is one thing that really makes us stand out, just because we want to make sure we are literally healing you from the inside out, not just focusing on that one neck pain or not just focusing on your headache. It's how is it all connected, and we don't want to miss anything. But that's where Dr. Bennett was like, it's a commitment between our patients and us, because if you're not committed, why would I be committed? Also, if you're just going to come in whenever you feel like it, or it's my really bad day, we're always chasing that ailment. We want to get you to where we can stop that ailment and then prevent it. And that's the big difference, is I don't want to chase your problems every day. I want to prevent them from you.
When you say chasing, me, because people are not coming in regularly?
Just in general, when you think about it, it's like, oh, my back hurts. Okay, well, it's day to day. Isn't that just what I live with? My back hurts. My knees hurt. No,
So they're
it shouldn't be normal.
they're not taking it as serious as they should.
Exactly.
Right. They're
We're-
just dealing with the pain.
Exactly. Where
Right.
you just push it off and it's just like, oh, I get headaches every single day. Here's another migraine. That's not normal. Nobody should be living with
Got it.
pain. That's not a normal thing.
It's interesting with Danny as well, is that recently it came up, and a lot of times, you see things on social media, and you're like, it's, when I say this, you'll say, oh yeah, that's a no-brainer. They say things like, with repetition, like exercise. Like Danny, he lost a bunch of weight. He's much
did.
healthier these days when I first met him. Not that he looked bad when I first met the guy.
I
But
did.
every day. but every day, basically, he's going, he's running, he's working out, he's doing something, and they say like exercise, right? It's the repetitions. Actually, it's funny because they were saying even with social media that the more times that you're on social media, and the more it's from Gary Vee that when you basically are on video every day on social media, more people know about you. So it's the same thing with repetitions, whether it's exercise or social media or for treatment, for therapy. So it's kind of interesting. I mean, you got to be
Consistency.
you got to be in it to win it.
Yep.
Like always, Daddy says, "Let's go." I mean, you got to basically take action.
Yeah, that's one thing that's huge for me is when I'm presenting to a patient our plan for them, it's like this is a two-way street. This is not a one-way thing. I'm not going to be the only one who's going to be committed to your healthcare. You have to be equally, if not more, committed to it because it's your body.
Sure.
And that's where, like, I will occasionally get patients who are like, oh, this just doesn't work for me in my time schedule. I'm like, hey, I completely get that. What I don't want to do is I don't want to get halfway through this and we drop off and then you get upset.
Right.
So it's one of those things. It's like, if we're going to do this, we're going to be in this together. And you hear all these stories, or at least I do when I'm talking with patients, of a lot of the times when they're coming to us, we're their last resort. Like they've tried everything. I had a patient who was suffering from vertigo for years and years and years. And he literally came in and he's like, I've seen every ologist there is and no one has been able to help me. And we put him on a plan. We actually treated each aspect of the body, and we figured out that some of it was coming from just overall, because you have crystals in your ears that help regulate balance. And he had a fall years ago when he was in the military and had knocked some of those loose. So being able to work with the muscular component of the stiffness of the neck and then just the head in general, being able to address the structural component of the spine and the bones, and then being able to address the medicinal component of maybe we need to look at medication and stuff and see where he is versus where he should be. And he has had phenomenal results and hasn't had a vertigo episode in probably 6 months now.
Wow. My dad, when I was growing up, I remember my dad having back problems. My dad was a mechanic, so he worked on cars all the time. And I remember him coming home and laying on the couch and not moving, honestly, for days. And then he started going to the chiropractor, and he loved it. I mean, it fixed him. He would go to the chiropractor, like, bent over. When he came back, he was a normal person. Honestly, they did wonders for my father. I've never had back problems, but I've noticed, because I used to see him when I was little, he'd get up and go, ooh, like when he got up. I'm starting to do that. I'm over 50 now, so I'm starting to be like, oh, like, I start feeling a little bit in my back.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I mean, my father loved chiropractors. He swore by them. They fixed his back all the time. I don't know what problems he had with his back, because I was little when he used to go all the time, but it would knock him out where he couldn't move for days. For days, he couldn't even go to work. So, yeah. I believe in you. Believe me, because it helped my father all the time.
Yeah, I mean, the bottom line is you got to be able to do it, and you got to be consistent with it in general. What are the things that you do? Because your place is a little bit different as well. You guys do some other things like how do you say it? Restorative medicine in general?
Yes, so we have restorative care, which is also a more natural way to help heal the body, which is, right now there's a lot of research going on where even big hospitals, teaching hospitals, are doing the restorative care instead of surgeries to help either fix or make better an injury or even hair growth. Dr. Bennett's getting it done on his head.
Really?
For his baldness.
Yeah.
I don't see anything. You look fine, doctor.
So what do you use?
Don't look at the top of my head.
So what are you using?
So I actually use his own blood.
What?
Oh, I've heard that before.
As vampire-esque as that is. Yes.
Wow.
I
what do they call that again? My nephew
PRP.
did.
Platelet-rich plasma.
So they take the blood and you're
PRP.
recirculating the blood or something? Is that what it
So
is?
I draw the blood from his vein, just like a normal blood draw would. I spin it down, and then I take the healing factors of our blood or the restorative factors of our blood, and I inject it back into his scalp. Many different injections. He gets like 40 at a time.
Let's say last time we actually counted, I got 20 in my forehead and 40 on my scalp.
So
Are you numb? Is it lidocaine?
I don't have
don't
a problem.
personally do it.
I don't have a
But do
problem.
most people
We're
use
very
Lidocaine?
barbaric. No. Yes, we have numbing medicine. We have cold spray. We have all different ways that you can do it.
Does that work? So I actually, believe it or not, I was in Istanbul, Turkey.
Sure.
Like 2 months ago. Did you know that?
Yeah, remember you
remember-
getting that hair in the barber shop. You put the picture on Facebook.
It's actually funny because in Turkey they're very big with tea, and I was waiting outside. I don't speak the language. I'll tell you why I was there, but long story short, everywhere you go they give you tea, like Turkish tea. And I went inside and they actually did all kinds of weird stuff, but they put like a whole mask on you to wax like everything that's
sure.
here, and I think it was my nose, like everything, and I'm drinking tea, and like I didn't know what was going on, and I just went in for the forks. I actually enjoy going to like a barbershop when you go to different countries,
Yeah.
even different states, kind of a different experience, like go to the near local barber.
Yeah.
Anyway, the reason why I was there was actually my wife's friend basically has a friend that moved there and lives an hour east of Istanbul, like in the suburb. It's called Gebze. And we were there. And then when we went to that town, I saw tons of people. I guess that's the new thing. People go to Turkey to get hair transplants. Have you known that? It's a big place for, what do you call that? Medical, like tourism.
Sure.
But for some reason, I saw tons of people. So they must go there for a few days and get like their hair transplant. And I saw tons of people just walking around with the red dots like
Sure.
all over, like roar, you know?
Wow.
Did you know that? Turkey.
No, I had no idea.
Like if you any type of surgeries or I guess gastro or you're gonna lose weight,
Sure.
Yeah.
like it's a tourism spot. Yeah, it's because it's probably very reasonable.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between like that hair transplant and what you do? Because like I said, my nephew did it as well. He did it once or twice. Personally, I don't think he looks any better, but maybe you need to do it a few more times.
I hope he's not listening.
He's not talking. When he moved back to. He moved back to Rhode Island, so he doesn't like really talk to me anymore. He's like missing in action.
Probably because
I have
you
that.
told
I
him
have
it
that
looked
trait on a lot of
horrible.
people here.
Did he get actual hair transplants or did he?
No,
get
he did the thing
PRP?
with the blood because he told me he did
Okay.
something.
PRP. We do it based on an entire treatment plan. So some places go and they'll say you need it one treatment, come back in like 6 months, we'll do it again. We do it a little more aggressive than
Okay.
that. We actually have them on a treatment plan where they have multiple sessions in a smaller time frame, and then we see them after like 2 months, do some touch up, and then we kind of spread it on based on their necessity, because everybody's a little different, whether it's hormone based or whether it's just unfortunately male pattern baldness or anything
So
like
do
that.
you feel that it's working?
Absolutely.
And how many times more do you have to go?
So I've already had 4 treatments. So now we're waiting the 8 to 12 weeks to see what we need to do, and we're going to reevaluate at that point. But I had my last treatment done 2 weeks ago, and technically you're not supposed to essentially see results for between 6 and 10 weeks, but
Okay.
she's been monitoring me, obviously, because we're together all the freaking time, and she's like,
She's just watching your hairline.
dude, your hair is coming
growing.
back.
It is.
And-
it's getting darker. Like
She's-
on top says you can tell it's
She's a very
filling
good
in.
salesperson. She's like every minute, she's like, that hair's coming in nicely.
It's
Well,
so nice.
She also runs.
Does she brush it throughout the day?
Well, no.
Oh yeah, all day
I was
long.
about to say, she
Come
also
over here, let me
runs
just
my
brush it real
life,
quick.
So she tells me where to go and where to be. So
Okay.
I'm like,
All right,
yes,
so
ma'am.
so you're doing that. You're doing that in the office.
We do.
I like it.
Yep.
How expensive is that? My wife actually asked me the other day. She's like, if you lose, I don't know where we were. My wife always says, because I'm 43. I'm supposed to say 43. I'm 46. You just were about to correct me, huh?
I was gonna. I know I'm a lot older than
You know, after like the age of 27, like I've
It
still
all
like
kinda
I'm,
groups together.
yeah, I'm like I was about to say 43. I'm like I'm not 43. I saw his eyes. He wanted to correct me.
Liar.
This guy's killing me this week. So long story short, my wife saw something the other day and said, you know, that guy, he's younger than you, but you look a lot better, right? Even though I could lose 30 pounds. So she says, look, if you went bald, would you do like hair transplant? No, I absolutely. She goes, oh, would you go to Turkey? You know, because we went to Turkey. I said, yeah, no, I would definitely do that. You know, in general. How inexpensive or expensive is it to do some treatments? I'm trying to use Danny as my the guinea pig for everything. Like I'm trying
Yeah,
to get
but
him,
I have hair. I have hair.
I want to get him.
I didn't lose my hair. I have hair.
Like whatever he wants, I'm trying to get. Like so,
Yeah,
if it works,
I have hair.
If it works out well for him, then no, I'll go for it. Like, if his hand's okay, then we go. You know, carpal tunnel. So how much do you think? What's the normal price range? I'm just curious.
So the average rate as far as PRP in general, you usually find per injection is around the lowest end. You'll see about, not per injection, sorry, per session will be the lowest end is like around 500, and the higher end I've seen some people are like $1,100-$1,200. Wow. So like I said, we do ours in a treatment plan just because we really want to stand by it and we want to see results with patients.
Okay.
We don't want someone to come in and then just really get pissed off because nothing happens.
Yeah.
And we just gouge them for their money or
Yeah.
anything like that. So a lot of times what people get for one session, we actually do for an entire month's worth. So
Right.
it's definitely more cost effective than I've seen on some, where some clinics are probably like, why would you ever do that type thing? But
So just
kinda
rough
pick your
estimate,
battle.
like what do you think? 1,000, 2,000?
Probably 1,200.
Is that for one time or for a few?
no, that's,
That's for your
for
entire-
like 5 injections.
Yeah.
Wow.
5
Or
injections.
sessions, my bad,
okay.
because technically
So let me
it's
ask you a
like
question. So you
40
look at my hair. I
injections.
just got a haircut. I mean, do you feel that I would need that?
I do.
I mean, you think I do need it? No, I'm saying, like, I will share with you. Like my father, he's actually next. He's basically bald. My brother's bald. My nephew's balding. One nephew's still got pretty good hair. He's a little bit younger. But on a whole, I think my hair. I mean, I always like it short and tight. If I grow it out longer, it grows. But I mean, I'm 46 and I still have it. Do you think like someone like me, I actually need that?
When it goes to people like you, it's
Be
more,
honest now.
No, absolutely. people like you,
Yeah.
it's whether
Because I'm not balding. I just
Right.
think it's.
what do you feel when you see yourself in the mirror? Okay, now I'm just gonna straight up point out to you, you
Uh-oh,
have
tell 'em-
more
tell 'em.
of a widow's peak than you
What's
do.
up,
You know,
so he definitely
where-
needs it more.
Well, some people when they look at themselves in the mirror, they're just like, "Whoa, am I like growing a cul-de-sac?" Because even though I have some hair in the middle, but where is it on the sides?
Got it.
Where yours is more evenly distributed. So honestly,
So I'm okay,
it's,
like in the front, like his. Is it because maybe he wears a hat more, like people that wear hats, right?
I'm not balding.
No, he's saying.
I'll say this.
Oh, I cut my hair in the sides short.
I've always been in
Oh, yeah, for
sports.
sure.
I've always been in sports. I've always been like an athlete, so I've always worn a hat. And I started losing my hair in my early 20s.
Got it.
And I've been told a lot of different things that wearing a hat
scaring me
constantly
now.
does contribute to it. I don't know the research on that, so don't quote me on that.
My mom always told me that.
But I will tell you, for her wedding back in October, I was shaving completely bald because I didn't like how I looked in the mirror anymore. I was not growing hair anymore, and it was really, really noticeable. And so they pulled me aside, and they were like, "Dude, do you want to stop shaving your head?" I was like, "Yeah, I mean, but I can't do hair transplants right now." They're like, "Why don't we do this?" And they introduced me to it, and it was one of those things. All right, I'll give it a shot. And honestly, it's been one of the best things that I've done. Don't break the microphone over there,
Yeah,
brother.
I'm testing out the new microphone here.
I was like, they're new.
It's
so-
really about, like, for
Use
you,
now.
like Ashley was saying, it's, do you like the way you look in the mirror?
Got it.
And if not, there are steps that we can
Got it,
take
I like
that
it.
can help you.
Yeah, anything that we could do for Dan.
hair.
I should have paid you $50. Like anything.
Where's
I
Beja?
said.
Beja always says I have good hair.
I-
Where is she?
However, I did
Stuck
hear
on the
that
215.
We're gonna get something set up like a map, like zooming in.
Yes.
And, like, different locations.
Oh yes, we can see her coming across the highway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna get some video when this thing's out.
the other thing though
Oh wait,
that we did
before
hear.
Beja gets here, listen. Before Beja gets here, let's play a joke. She'll eventually get here. Like we'll say that they actually help dogs. Like we'll say that there's something totally different, and then, like they rescue dogs.
Okay.
And we'll see like hey, we're here. They actually rescue dogs. Let's see what she says. In
Okay.
general.
Okay.
Like what do you think about that, Beja? And she's like, oh my god, I love.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love that they rescue dogs. Like I have a dog. Anyway.
I have enough dogs,
You have enough dogs.
but
Oh my gosh, me too.
no. But I heard, Danny, that you actually have some problems. Joys of being a man. We heard that you have some possibly like ED issues.
Yeah, we were talking about that. So
Yeah, so
tell us about that.
he did hang out your dirty laundry.
Yeah.
So
So tell us how does that work in regards to treatment? By the way, I share a funny story. We're just messing with
Listen, I told you that in private. I told you that in private.
No, I want to share.
And that was only one time.
you're
I
not
was-
you're not my
No,
patient
this
never
yet, so
happened
it's not
before.
confidential.
So- we're just playing with Danny. I want to share a funny story about that. You let me know. So there's I don't know what happened. I went to a place once that basically was for that because people were getting. There was actually this guy. He was on testosterone and really intelligent guy, actually judge. And he was really fit. And he was on testosterone. And he's like, I feel great. So I went to a place, but these places are also selling you, right? So they test you and like look at your numbers, your testosterone is low, and because also with testosterone, right, you can lose weight. There's other side effects with it, but there's also problems with other issues that can come from it. So I went there and they're telling me that I'm low and that I would feel better and blah blah blah. And I just felt like I was being sold. It's like one of these places that you see like on a billboard that I went to I think years ago, and I just felt weird. How does that work in regards to people? Because the testosterone is not also just for ED. It's for losing weight and being more fit and energy. Tell me more about that because I never really fully understood that. We were just messing with Danny. I told him to mess with you. I'm sorry.
I told you in private.
Especially when they say when you get older, like over 40, right? So tell me about this stuff. I never really.
I'm over 50.
No, just in general. Come on in, Beja. Come on in.
Beja, we're in a bad spot here.
All
You
right,
gotta help me.
Okay, go ahead.
The realistic side of things are actually testosterone starts to decrease in males really over 20. They just keep going up and up, or as the age goes up, the testosterone levels naturally go down. I have treated, unfortunately, patients even 18 with low testosterone. So you start to notice, are you gaining weight and you're not realizing it? Are you super tired? You just don't have energy in general. Does that energy naturally result in the low libido also? So you think about that as well.
Okay.
So your libido is changing, your hunger is changing, the way that you're even processing fat in general is changing. So whether you're working out, are you staying more sore?
Okay.
Or are you able to...
But it's considered synthetic.
Absolutely.
Listen. Go ahead.
No, good.
When I started going on blood pressure medicine about 10, 12 years ago. Now I got off it because I lost weight. The doctor said if I lose weight, I could.
Yeah.
But some of the side effects for that medicine was ED. Okay.
Oh, so you weren't kidding?
No. I didn't.
Wow, he's really airing that out.
Listen. You didn't let me finish. So when the doctor told me this could be a side effect, I'm like, you know what? I'm good. I said I don't really care about the high blood pressure when she told me this, right?
I don't care about a...
Right, because I'm thinking to myself, I'd rather have high blood pressure than this happen to me. The good news is, though, I did take the blood pressure medicine. It didn't happen.
Good.
But, like,
We're glad.
Oh, my gosh.
Beige is probably thinking, what are these people talking about?
My question
We
is...
rescue dogs.
My question is...
We rescue dogs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know how we went down this tangent, but yes, we love puppies and
You have a
Puppies that have ED.
You have a dog, right?
yeah,
If they,
Just puppies?
yeah,
that have ED.
that have ED.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And ED is?
Erectile
Erectile.
dysfunction.
Rex now.
So...
Oh,
when-
that's how you got here.
So when a dog can't actually have...
What they do is
All right,
they
you're
help.
down a black
No, what they
hole
do is they
now.
help breeding dogs, and if they have erectile dysfunction, they help with that with shots to have other babies and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
But you have a dog, right?
Well, yes, I have a golden retriever.
Is it a
I
male?
don't think he has any problems, but I'll reach out if he does.
You can call Dr. Bennett.
No, here's the way. He specializes in the male dog. She's in the female dogs.
Right.
And they meet together to merge them.
Meet in the middle.
And yeah, mate in the middle, yes. No, well, I have a friend who has a bulldog, an English bulldog, I believe, and it's hard for them to mate. And so he actually has a friend who comes over and he specializes in that.
That is a true story.
Yes, and he'll help them get
Yes.
together mate. Because,
What?
And my friend feels so...
English
No, that's a
bulldogs
real thing.
cannot mate.
My friend
bulldogs.
feels so uncomfortable doing
Correct.
it, and I was like, I would too. So
Yes.
They're looking for volunteers to help out, and I'm not sure if you have time to help.
no, I'm good.
Let's say we heard that you would be a great candidate to help us.
Yep.
Listen, I already feel a type of way because I feel like people, especially like with the bullies, the pit bulls, like they're mating them on purpose, and we have too many dogs that don't have homes, right?
It's very true.
So, but it's all for their benefit to make money, right? And so I feel a type of way, especially with female dogs, because I'm like, you're just using this dog for your like.
That's what
financial
stems into
gain.
those puppy mills.
So
Yeah.
we'll have her come down. Maybe she could help out on her time off.
Hey,
I'm so serious.
Yeah.
I'm serious too.
I yelled at my friend for like 2 days.
Anyway, so we're kind of messing with you.
Yeah, that's not true, basically.
So basically,
We don't do any of that.
So no, but
No, I do not help dogs mate.
Yeah.
no, I heard something about high blood pressure. Were you taking ED?
Listen, I'm really getting hammered here. I'm balding, right? I got ED. I can't get hard. This is a horrible day for me.
Can't stand up, right?
Yes.
He's taking the medication. He gets high blood pressure.
This is
like,
Danny's
what the
day
heck?
today.
I did
told you you
take.
should've called
I'm
me
off
back.
the medicine.
It's called life after 50.
You heard I said,
I know.
I told you you should have called me back.
He said edibles helped with his ED.
Right,
Oh my
right.
gosh.
All right, so let's just backtrack. Basically, we're messing with you a little bit. Basically, they represent Summit Integrated Health. They're doctors basically that specialize in chiropractic
Yes.
care, physical therapy, and then we were just talking about other things in regards to hair restoration. Am I saying that?
Yep.
Yep,
Restoration?
restoration.
Restoration. I feel like it's a car, like you're restorating a car. And then we were just talking about ED as well. So let's go back to the story. We're talking about erectile dysfunction, which is definitely a problem for people. So anyway, here's my question: If I
It only happened once.
So here's the question. So if I go on, it's considered synthetic, right? It's synthetic, right? So my wife, who also background in pharmacy, she would say it's no good to take it because it changes your testosterone level. What's the negative side of things?
Correct.
Give me positive, negative. I wanna
No,
hear it.
absolutely. So obviously the positive side is for guys mental clarity, you have more energy in general, your libido goes up, you're healing after working out. So I know that's one of the big things you said you got really big into working out and stuff.
Yeah.
When you first started working out, you were probably super sore just in general
Yeah.
because your body's not used to working out. It helps you heal faster as well. So if your testosterone's down, you're sore longer. You start to get some of, as we say when we're growing up, the baby fat from if our testosterone's a little low. Always the number one thing that guys care about is their libido going up when they're on testosterone. So you have to be careful of managing the correct dose that you're not getting headaches, feeling too much rage in general, so you can get some anger issues.
So if you're beating your wife or your husband, this is not a good time to go
I
on
mean,
it.
probably not. Yeah, it's
Well,
probably
I
frowned
mean-
upon.
Beating, yes, but not like physically. Like
Yeah, I mean, what happens behind those doors is a whole different scenario and situation. But yes,
Am I in the right podcast room today?
See, and
You were not allowed to go anywhere.
Oh my god!
I told you it's
beat-
not just the back.
you
It wasn't
want
just the
to
back
beat
thing.
it, you just
Yeah.
I got a serious question for this stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're given the shot, correct? Now I know like the blue pill, everybody says blue pill, blue pill. Some people just use that pill even when they don't need it,
that's
right?
so dangerous.
Right, that's what I heard.
Very
And
bad.
then
Oh,
then their body needs that, and then it really backfires on them. Am I right?
So
And then
And
the
that's the
side
thing-
effects is the energy, and
Right.
it gets you going.
Correct. So
or-
the good side effects is that as the testosterone increases, the guy naturally feels good.
right.
All ways of life. They feel good, they're happy, everything like that. The downside of things are you have to watch the labs super religiously because it can actually make your blood, the red blood cells kind of swell up, which could cause, say, a blood clot in your leg or anything
wow.
like that. So you have to actually watch somebody's blood
Oh,
levels.
so the stuff I see in the movies. So like when the guy just is like super erect and he has to go to the emergency room because he can't like get it down.
Well, that's more so if they took the blue pill and it go back down.
And you
Yes,
guys-
you do have to go to the emergency room. Please don't come into the clinic.
And you guys provide, what is it again? Sorry, I missed it. What is it? Is it a red pill or like?
No.
Is it injections or like?
Yeah.
You
So-
don't deal with that, do you?
So we were talking about testosterone in general.
Okay.
Just testosterone in
Got it.
general. You can actually get it in injections where a lot of people get weekly injections for guys. Or you can do it in pellets, which go underneath the skin and it's slowly absorbed into your body over multiple months. And then those are the two most common. There are some vitamins and natural supplements that people can take to be more even keel as far as that goes. And then they don't have the harsh side effects as far
Is the
as
blood test that
anything.
you have to do weekly or is it monthly?
So you do your initial, and then you tend to do it in kind of stages to make sure that the person is getting the correct dosing.
Got it.
You start off slow, and then you increase based on the blood work.
How long does it take? Because I always, at that time, I never followed through with it. I just wanted to see if it was going to make a difference. Because this guy was like so fit in general, and then he said he had a lot of energy. How long does it take? Do you feel it right away?
You do.
So if I want to
The
be guinea
patient-
pig and test it out, basically like within the same day?
So, well, first you have to get your blood
But everyone stay away from
Taken.
me if I start taking it.
No, first you have to get your blood checked to make
Doesn't sleep
sure.
anyways, imagine.
Right? You have to make sure that it's safe first off.
That can be a good thing.
For
At least
labs
I'm-
We're not
At
going to
least
get text
I'm-
messages at 3
at
in the
least I'm
morning. We're going to get them like every freaking
Yes.
At least I'd be keeping
You don't
busy,
get
you know.
that type of energy. It's not like you're.
But I would feel the
on
difference.
Adderall or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
I want to try. I wanna
Dave, I
try
think
it.
your wife's calling in. She wants you to take these
actually-
shots. I think. I think she.
No, actually, I've always wanted to try. I'm gonna come to the location. I'm gonna try. I'll be the guinea pig for this, just to see if there's a difference.
So, is there a way to like get off of it and you still be like does it treat ED? Is ED treatable
No,
or
it's,
like?
it's like a once you're on them, if you get off it, you go back to your normal.
So,
Flat tire.
Yeah.
honestly, ED is kind of a different. It's almost like a little veer off to the side of testosterone. ED can be related to low testosterone. Is that the absolute reason why guys have ED? No. The ED a lot of times is because the blood flow is not able to get there so that they can have the erection. That does not have to do with their weekly
Do you guys
testosterone
provide
injections.
other services to get them kind of back?
You can actually. There are the PRP like we were talking
Massages.
about for
That's
no,
what I walked-
no.
Is that what I walked into? I got to feel like that's where I walked in.
Kind of where we were.
Okay, all right, I'm back.
Dr. Bennett does not
There's no-
do
Dr.
the
Bennett's not
massages.
massaging.
No.
I stick to the structures. I don't do the musculature.
or the pelvic flooring either.
So
So now when it comes to
they do massage and
pelvic
fit- no,
floor,
sorry.
Oh,
we do
hold
the-
on. So
When
we
it-
do pelvic.
when it comes to pelvic floor stuff, there is stuff that we can do in terms of adjusting the pelvis and working with the bone structure there.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, that's not my area of specialty.
You should
So
go to your
I,
OBGYN or something.
well, OBGYN, and then also there's physical therapists that are trained in the musculature down there, whereas this is
That's
one
what,
of the
that's what we definitely need.
so this is one of the things seriously.
That's more
that-
female, not male, right?
It
yeah,
is
pelvic floor is
Yeah.
for females.
Yeah.
Okay, but I've never even heard of it, did I?
Yeah,
Danny
but-
always kind of talks about it once in a while. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Well, I mean, I worked for PT before, so
Yeah.
I had a lot of questions about, pelvic flooring, and I'm
Yep.
like, well, I got to be
Pelvic flooring.
specific. We can do the outside structure, okay, but
You can.
but there is a PT method of going in, and
The best thing that we
By the way-
can do for the patient is everybody work together.
Yeah.
Like that's why we are unique, because we do. Like that's why we're a one-stop deal where we try to address every aspect of the problem instead of, oh, you have to come see the chiropractor on Monday, then you have to go to the physical therapist on Tuesday, then you got to go to your doctor on Wednesday. So it's one of those things where that's what makes us unique in the Las Vegas area is because we're all in one.
I was going to say a
and-
one-stop shop type of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You go for your hair, you come out stronger.
Beja, please. My hair's nice. Am I right?
Take a look at this. We're talking about his hair.
you look.
All right, because they were saying I might need this stuff.
Show real quick.
Not
You look
once did I
fantastic in
say
that
you
hat.
needed something.
That's why I got him the hat.
This
know?
so this whole medication also helps with the regrowth of hair, or
No,
you
they-
guys just
So-
provide that service?
They put blood in on
So-
the top.
All right. So to clarify,
She's like not sure if we're telling the truth or
to
not.
clarify, PRP is what we were talking about, platelet-rich plasma, which is stemming from your own blood. You can draw
Yes.
your blood and inject it back into you
Yes.
for healing mechanisms.
yes,
Whether
that's
it's
actually cancer, like people with cancer also. do
people
that.
do it for, say, gut issues, so Crohn's, autoimmune, celiac, anything like that. You can do it via IV.
What is
So
it for again? You just said? I missed it there.
You do Crohn's, celiac,
But what is it
anything
for?
like that.
Like, what are you doing it for?
PRP. The
What is
Okay,
Crohn?
okay. No, I have Crohn's disease, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually have Crohn's
So
colitis.
it helps because you're taking those healing factors within the body in hyperdrive, basically. So you can put them in through an IV, go all throughout systemically, as we
Well,
call
our
it, throughout
bodies
the
are
body.
made to heal themselves.
Exactly. So we're
anyways.
putting it in a
Yeah.
concentrated manner, and that's where it can help out with the autoimmune. It can help
Autoimmune,
out
yeah.
with Crohn's. It can help out with different things. Hair growth. That's what we were talking about. It can help out with joint pain. You think about these athletes. Think about like tennis elbow or the football players, all their backs and knees
Or
and
Kim
everything like that.
Kardashian when she takes the
Or
blood and does the facial.
The vampire facial.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Do you
It's a
do that?
vampire facial. You
You
can
do
do
that
that.
too?
Yeah. So you can do it. You draw the blood out.
That's
You
great.
take the
That's what we
cells,
need.
you put them right back on
I'll
for
do that. I'll
facials.
do that.
For the show.
You're
I'll
like,
do
now
it.
I'll
On
volunteer.
air, I'll do the
Now
vampire.
I will
Wait a
volunteer.
second. Do you do that at your place?
Yes. So you can do vampire facials. You can do your hair
We should
restoration.
do 3 of us.
That's what
at
we
the
were
same
talking
time.
about.
All right.
The
That'd be
ED is
And film it.
unfortunately.
Did he already take off his hat?
Yes.
Yes, we've seen his hair.
Take it off
His
one more
hair
time.
looks
Let's just make sure.
good.
No, my
What
hair
kind of
looks
Your
good.
hair looks
Hair's
phenomenal.
good, though.
Everyone,
Hey,
take a very
Don't
close
let
look. Can we
them tell
zoom
you
in?
otherwise.
Can we-
No.
can we
You know
zoom in?
what? Listen, I had a bad week. I can't handle it from Baldwin.
Let's zoom in on that and just show an example.
His head is.
If it looks
week.
like this,
Listen,
you want to
last-
call Dr. Benny.
Look. Listen, last week his hand was.
Italian, I have hair.
Last week his hand was falling
We
off.
can help with your
Now his
carpal
hair-
tunnel, too.
We have his hair situation. Then he's the ED.
Yes.
I mean, he's like, it's not
I
that
can
well.
call it
ED
apart.
thing was one time. I was nervous.
Hey man, we're gonna get your wrist.
It's the first time we were together, Dave.
Listen, we're gonna give you this guy for 30 days. I want him
Right.
back new.
Oh, it'll take more
I
than
want
30
him-
days.
More
Dr.
than
Benny,
30
you
days?
More
guys,
than 30
Summit
days.
Integrated Health.
Dave tried to give me that massage.
So, but you don't do the
We
massage.
don't do no. No.
What, is there regular masseuses that you replace or no?
We
I
have
On a
feel
serious
that's,
level.
That's something you could do yourself.
well, we have a massage therapist in one of our locations. Yes.
A massage therapist.
Yeah, he's a medical massage therapist, and let me tell you, it'll be the worst hour of your life, but you'll come out feeling phenomenal.
Got it.
So
Okay,
he-
cool.
He does a lot
really
of
gets in
sports
there.
injuries,
Okay,
different
good.
things like that.
I've never got a massage in my life.
Really?
Oh, dude, you should.
Really?
It'll,
That is
it's
crazy.
awesome.
Never.
All right,
You
so-
don't know what you're missing
I worked
out
for 2
on.
attorneys back in Reno, and they swore that was
I don't like
the
people
key to,
touching
to
me. I don't know.
longevity
It's weird.
in life. And
Yeah.
you gotta,
I
you gotta
don't.
drain out your lymphatic system. There's
That
a
can be a
whole-
problem with the ED.
There's a lot
if you
going
don't
on
want people
there.
touching you. So you got a lot of issues. We're gonna type a report. Whatever you can do to help this guy. It's been an interesting day.
He smoked a joint right before.
Yeah, we just smoked a little bit.
Yeah.
Sick ass invite.
All right, so let's just recap. So ED hair I'm not saying transplants. I'm not saying it right. Just restoration for hair, chiro, physical therapy. Anything else I'm missing?
We do
Pain management also. That's
Absolutely.
not intrusive, right?
True.
Not
Very true.
opiate involved pain
like a-
management.
Okay.
Yep.
We also
So pain management without doing surgery.
No surgery, no addictive opiates, anything like that.
Which is good, and I think that's kind of was what was going to be my question about the ED meds, because once you take it, do you have to like wean yourself off? Are you going to feel normal again? When it comes to like withdrawing, like I don't know if it gives you so much energy. It just kind of sounds like this different kind of drug, I guess. I don't know.
Unfortunately, as everyone knows, testosterone can be very addictive, and then you start getting the guys that take testosterone and almost for like a bulking and
Yeah.
for anything inappropriately.
Gotcha.
And so yes,
Like a
it
steroid.
is
Yeah,
exactly.
steroid.
It's definitely easily mistreated. Absolutely.
But
So-
we're also very hard on our patients. Like we make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to.
Right.
And we do not have a problem discontinuing something if you're abusing it, and we will know.
So one thing that I want to, there's 2 things I want to take a jump into a little bit. First thing is, like, since we're retired cops in general, we always kind of bring a little bit of crime prevention, or we talk about different things that are going on in Vegas. There happened to be a video, and Austin, right? There's a video of, I'm losing my mind here. Did he tell you about the video that we had? There's a video of a guy at the gas station.
Yeah, I have that.
Okay, so I want to basically show this. We bring up some different
Is
topics.
this the
so we-
stabbing?
No, this is something different.
All right.
But I want to show this videos that we all could see it in general. I think it's very, very interesting to put yourself in a perspective, because we kind of talk about it a little bit. So I see different videos on social media, and then basically we're just kind of critiquing a little bit. But this happened at a gas station, and I want you to watch the video and then basically see if this happened to you. Would you even think about doing this? But it really is kind of a crazy situation, because these days things have gotten a little bit more violent. Let's play the video just real quickly so we can see it and see what happened. So basically, it looked like they were trying to carjack the person, and then just taking the gasoline and like squirting them with the gasoline. But I thought it was pretty.
Imagine if somebody just had a match and just like.
Oh, my
threw it.
God.
That
But
would have
it-
went so bad.
But it's kind
What
of.
the?
I love it.
But they're definitely trying to carjack in general.
Yeah.
And one of the things I wanted to share about this was a lot of people, when you go to the gas station, you really should take your keys and also lock the doors, because someone can go through the passenger side or jump in, or they take your bag or something like that. But I just think things are getting a little bit more violent these days, and people are being a little more aggressive. I don't even know where this was
Aggressive
specifically.
and stupid.
Forget the stupid part. I mean, it's very violent. So I think that when me these days, like when people come up and they ask, like if someone comes up to you and they want to ask you for like money or something like that, like what do you normally say? Do you talk with them? Do you not speak with them? I know that we had the other group, Shine a Light, that was here the other day. But to me, it makes me more nervous. I don't know the person coming up to me. It's kind of like when you're a kid. Like I don't want to talk to strangers, right? So sometimes I say like I'm on the phone, like I'm sorry, like not now. I make like a hand gesture because the more that you talk to them, I mean, someone keeps robbing you. Someone can come from the side. Danny, any thoughts?
Yeah, one thing I'd never do is that a lot of people say, "Hey, could I borrow your phone?" I'm sure you've had that, right? Mm-hmm. I never give my phone to anybody because that. I mean, come on, you have a phone. Everybody has a phone. Why do you need my phone? So to me, that's definitely. Yeah, I mean, if I'm in my car, I feel more secure. If I'm talking to somebody face to face, I don't feel secure at all.
I get nervous. For some reason, it's always at a Walmart parking lot or something like that. You got people coming up to like for money and like, yo no habla, you know. And then you know, the other guy starts talking Spanish to me at the end because he thinks I'm speaking Spanish. But I mean, he was like, I go like this. I'm sorry, like I'm busy, like I'm making, you know, or I'm like, no, I don't speak English. You don't speak English. So anyway, I wanted to put that on there just because it's kind of a crazy situation, but I think that they were pretty good at doing that. So it's something to consider.
I do have a couple questions for our guests. Remember we did the 3 questions for the guests?
Yes.
Okay. We do this for all our guests so we get to learn a little bit about you. We have gone viral a couple times, our podcast. I'm not sure if you know that, right? We did the $5,000 for a body in the barrel. Okay, that was totally my idea. Dave stole it from me.
Yes, that's true.
But
I figured as much.
But
he's always coming up with these creative ideas.
And I edited it.
Hey.
He actually made the video. He made your video.
yes. But anyway,
So there's no way to get that back. You're
No.
screwed. You can't even.
I know. But the question is, how many more bodies do you think by December 31st will be found at Lake Mead? They're at 4 right now, maybe 4. It might be 3.5 because they said the one body actually, the bones might be from one body, the 3 and 4.
I kind of mentioned before the show that we kind of were involved in a little bit in general. I'm not sure you really follow it. We're probably the only 3 people in Vegas that are really following it to the T. So it's a question that we just asked because it's kind of interesting.
Well, if the water keeps going down, you may have 10 or 11 by the time December comes.
I said 5, so I'm pretty good at this.
I was going to say 7. So
Wait,
Really?
seven more?
no,
7 in
total.
So we're technically at 4
you're
now.
like 3.5, 4.
So 3 more.
Yeah.
How many in a barrel? Because they only found 1 in a barrel.
I'm going to say 1 more.
I think you may get one more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
One
I'm
more to
thinking
barrel?
too. Yeah. The mob probably did at least 1 more.
Exactly. See, if I was going to dispose of a body in Lake Mead back in the mob days, I probably wouldn't have stuck him in a barrel. I'm not going to lie. I probably would have just like did the whole movie, cement the feet. And
That's
just
She's
right.
been
over.
watching Snapped.
I'm not going to lie.
Right? Chicago PD is all over it. I mean, I love that show.
You know, there's a guy named Stephen Campbell who was on the show before you guys were co-hosting, and he has a YouTube show called Not Leaving Las Vegas, and he always goes out in the community and interviews people. And he sent me a video the other day, and he basically, what it's saying is they really do believe that Lake Mead will go to 0. They believe that it will
Really?
be,
That's
they
so
call it a
sad.
dead pool, that it will be dead, 0.
That's so
Oh,
sad.
God, I
So-
I mean,
hope not.
eventually,
I haven't-
Earth is supposed to be nothingness. So.
I mean, so the bottom line is, I don't really know. I mean, I watched a little bit of his video, but they really are saying that it like will be dead. There'll be nothing there. So the crazy thing about it is that anything that's down there, like everything's going to show up that's there for the last almost 90 years or something.
Yeah.
1930. So we're at what 2022. So
100 years.
almost yeah.
That's crazy.
So
All right,
I mean,
I'm sticking with my answer at 10 then.
So at 10.
I heard
10
11.
total. 10
10
total.
total.
So we're at 4, so 7. So it's very interesting. By the way, I always say this. I don't want to be a dead horse, but I always say that, and it brings me back to the serial horse killer because we're trying to assist with reward money to capture a horse killer
You
in
have
general.
such a way with words, Dave.
But I keep saying that, which is horrible. But anyway, there's another guy killing horses up by Red Rock. And we actually had someone on the show that doubled the reward money.
house.
So it's $11,000.
in your backyard.
Still out there. Some guy once a month shoots a horse on the same property, like one of these stables. And he basically walks off the property and he's still outstanding. I did mention to you guys as well
Like
that
someone's horse? I don't even know about
you know when you go up
this.
to Red Rock, there's like the loop
Sure.
on the left hand side. It's like a cowboy ranch.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a guy that goes with a mask and goes on property like that and just shoots a horse once a month.
That's
so it's hard to
disgusting.
catch, right? Because it's dark.
Sure.
He's wearing a mask, and the truth is, it's almost like you need like a sniper up there, you know, to basically catch the guy, right? So long story short, there's $11,000 reward for the guy. But like, there's no houses that are over there. The guy, literally is walking through the desert. I'm assuming he's mentally ill, so he hasn't done anything of the last 30 days. But that's another thing that we're basically going through. But anyway, what are the
All right,
questions you have?
two more quick
Two more
questions.
quick questions.
Where's your favorite place to eat in Vegas?
Oh Lord.
I like that.
Um,
I'm a foodie, so I'm always like trying to find new places.
there's Rocco's. Is it Rocco's up by the office? The New York pizza joint that's
Yeah.
right across. So there's.
Look, Austin's in the back, like, yeah.
Rocco's,
So-
huh?
Yeah.
So-
I will say
Rocco's-
John Orlando buys us Rocco's at least once a month. If
I was
not
about to say-
three
I
times
gotta
a
hit
month.
that place.
By the Costco?
Where's
No.
It's
So it's right
good.
by our North Las Vegas office. Literally, you go across the street and it's right there. And I'm
Okay.
not gonna lie, I love to go because they have great lunch specials and the pizza slices are like this big.
Got it. I didn't know
Typical
it
New
was-
York pizza.
Good, I'm
Yeah.
in.
New York.
Third
Is
question,
it
last one.
Pinky's on the strip that's like, they give super huge slices?
I forgot the name. I don't think it's Pinky's. That's the hot dog place. I think it's
Oh, that's
something
not-
different.
okay.
I think it's
Oh.
called Star.
You're not talking about Secret
By Planet
Pizza,
Hollywood.
are you?
It's not
No.
that pinup one, is it?
I think it's
Pinup.
Pinup.
Pinup pizza, that's
Oh,
good.
okay,
That's
yeah.
good. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
yeah, they have big slices
Yeah.
too.
It's just so hard to get to because it's so.
Yeah, it's
you know,
right there on the street, yeah.
It's a weird
Yeah.
spot.
That's
Yeah.
why I like Rocco's.
You have to
'cause
be a
it's
tourist,
north
yeah.
And yeah,
Got it.
it's
Gotcha.
local.
All right, one last question. Okay, I'll give you this. Where is your favorite place to eat on the strip? So just the strip now we're looking at. And if you still go to the strip, because you know how we are, we
Can it be
usually don't go
inside the
anymore.
casino or like right on the street?
I know,
No,
right?
you can write in the casino, anywhere on the strip that we
Okay,
could eat.
okay.
Does the Virgin Hotel count?
No, it's not on the strip. That's behind the strip.
That's
Okay.
ooh,
See,
She's getting technical now.
Yeah.
I like that. You yelled at him.
I was about to say, I mean,
I'm biased because I got married at the Mayfair Supper Club at Bellagio.
that
Okay.
was a huge
So definitely it's got to be that for sure.
I'll tell
It's
you guys
really
a good-
good and it's a show. So
If you get a chance, if you go to the Sahara, okay, there's a place.
I've never
called,
been to that casino.
There's a
Never.
place called Chicky and Pete's in there. It's out of Philadelphia.
Yup.
The best French fries, the best food you'll ever get. If
heard
you
it was
want a
really
taste
good.
of Philly and Pennsylvania, that's a place to eat.
We actually, I haven't been there. I always see it. We should go there
Yeah.
Monday.
It's awesome.
It's a different place. I always want to pass by there.
Sick ass invite.
I was about to say, I'm gonna be honest
Daisy,
with
you're always
you.
invited.
You're
just, you don't
always
respond.
invited. but-
I'm an Esther's Kitchen person though.
Esther's.
It's good, yeah.
Oh, in the Arts District?
I love that place.
You're talking about,
Yes.
my daughter. That's my daughter's
Yeah.
favorite place to
I
eat.
love it. And they're opening their new location.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's open yet, but yeah.
There's actually a new pizza place that's opening, which we're going to start doing things, I think, with Brooklyn Best, which is the old Louisiana place that's on Charleston going to Main Street on the right-hand side. I forgot the name of the place, but it was very popular for like Louisiana food, and then it
Okay.
just changing over to Brooklyn Best, which is kind of a New York pizza place. You mentioned that's pizza.
But say, I'm gonna be honest with you. I
Please.
didn't fully relocate to Vegas until May, so I only go to the strip when we go to brunch. So I don't even know what the restaurant is. I get text, hey, be at this place. But in terms of like things near the strip, in the Virgin Hotel, Cassie's just opened.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, their brunch and their Italian.
What's Cassie?
food.
Like more Italian?
Ooh,
I-
Italian.
Italian American.
Yeah, they have pizzas. They have
Like everything
They
made
had like
from
some
scratch.
trio
Just
dip
open?
thing. It was really good.
It sounded like when we went because we went about a month ago
Okay.
and they were talking about their new stuff and how they had just gotten everything finished.
Okay.
You go sit on the porch and you're right by the pool there.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, man, it was amazing.
By the way,
Lot 32, if you want to ask me.
at the Venetian?
Yes.
I still
no,
do-
it's a Palazzo, actually.
Palazzo, yeah. I still
True.
haven't gone. I've always wanted to go now that I know where
Very
you're going.
good.
Real quickly, I definitely want to try the testosterone to be like a guinea pig to see like how I feel differently in general.
have you ever had your blood drawn to see your levels first?
No, that's what we should do. But you
Okay.
do that. You do that there. or
Yeah.
I
you-
think there is
Yeah.
a problem
Okay.
here. It's just I'm saying.
Yeah.
Does insurance cover this?
Actually, yes. So you can, as long as your levels are within the allowed, like
Your insurance will cover it.
your insurance will cover it.
You guys accept it?
Unfortunately, it gets harder and harder to get covered by insurance. So a lot of guys just do it cash.
Because it's more like elective.
Right.
I
because
honestly,
they're
I
just
wanted to
finding
see
it
more.
harder and
I wanted
harder.
to see like if energy, I guess being older, just if I felt the difference in general.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
It's
Danny's
actually
gonna come
kind of
too.
funny that you haven't had it. And back when I was in the ER, I worked hand in hand with cops, fire,
Got it.
EMS,
And most
everybody
of those guys
doing
do it?
that. It was the bro club. It was straight up the bro club.
Everyone's
and
like walking around like hitting things and stuff like that.
no, it was I called it the bro club because then you start asking all of them and they're all come in for like their weekly testosterone injections. And it was literally, it was always those realms or the military. It was always those realms of.
But why though?
So what can happen when women take
It's like a man thing.
That's why I called it the bro club.
What happens when women take it?
So women can actually have very low testosterone as well. They usually don't come in for the weekly
don't get out of
injections.
the
A lot
house.
of times they'll do the pellets that are absorbed in your skin over a few months.
And that would make us more.
Same thing. I mean, you can be holding on to weight more. You could be getting headaches. You could be more tired, more energetic, higher libido,
you.
anything like that. Yeah.
Cool.
Would you if we all? I want to do things like as a group. I think it's funny on the
Listen, I don't
videotape.
have any problems right now.
Okay.
She was like,
here's
she'll
the
she'll
story.
volunteer for the
So here's the
vampire
story.
facial though, because Kim Kardashian did
That's
it.
what I would do.
So,
All right, so fine. So
I
we'll do
was
the
saying
so we'll do the
anything-
vampire. We'll do that together. Is that a deal?
Is it our blood? Whose
Yo,
blood
it's
is
your
it?
own. It's your own.
Danny, we're gonna do a lot with you. You're gonna need to be there for a
You're
while.
gonna walk out.
I'm gonna walk out with a heart on, new hair, everything. I'm good.
New face.
By
A
September
little smarter.
by September
can't
15th, this guy
guarantee
needs. By September 15th, this guy. I want to come in like, who's this guy? He's like,
is
yeah, this. I'm
this?
Danny Miner. I'm
gonna
here.
walk in
I'm the
like-
co-host. That's funny. So no,
I'm
you. I think he's like, whose blood?
Whose blood? We
It's like-
we don't donate blood.
Yeah, like, oh,
we
no,
don't, no.
take my blood. Take my blood. So we use our own blood. So
Find
all three.
whoever has good
If we
genes.
all go together, are we like laying down? How does it work?
So each person is individualized.
Okay.
So just because everybody has
Can you
individual
do?
complaints
Can you do the
and
three of us at the
different
same
things
time
like-
if we videotape us?
Listen,
You
doing
could.
it?
she's got
You
her
can.
dry.
So what we would do for the
there's labs.
confidentiality side, because it is a medical clinic, we would do your consultations individualized
Okay.
to just find out. It's like, hey, what's going on? Do you have any headaches? Do you have anything like that? Pains, ache pains, whatever, or anything else. But easily, yes, we can.
Let's start
we
with
can,
Danny now.
We can
Go ahead.
line you guys all up. We can draw your blood.
Okay.
We can do it so you guys can all hold hands, whatever
like
you
it.
want, to make it
Like a kumbaya.
as
Yes.
comfortable as possible for you. Absolutely.
Alright.
You said your north location.
I might get the
so how many-
massage.
We have two locations. We have two locations. One is north off the 215 by the Aliante
Okay.
Casino. That's the most north.
Oh,
clinic.
I love that area. That's a nice
it's,
area.
It's definitely growing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Holy
So
cow.
we'll
the
do-
next one's by Mountain View Hospital.
So we'll figure out the vampire facial. Seems like all three of us would do it.
For
I
sure.
like the videotape us as long as it's good. And then the testosterone. Wouldn't mind trying to see if there's a difference in regards to energy. What's the other thing? Is you doing the hair? You doing the hair thing?
His
or-
hair looks
Oh,
great.
okay. His hair's fine. His hair's fine. Okay. So.
Nah, he's doing the other thing.
His
Anything-
hair looks great.
Beja, do you need any improvements or we're good?
My question is, has any of you guys
Is there anything for Beja
adjusted?
you think she needs right now? Just a quick assessment.
No.
Well, we know
Well,
he
I don't know.
hasn't
Do you have any
because he
aches and
admitted it.
pains? Do you have? I mean,
What can we do for
it's
Beja?
like,
You know, honestly.
have you ever been to a chiropractor? Have you ever
What do you need,
wanted
Beja?
to?
Make believe this is like Santa Claus. They're gonna grant you your wish, or a genie.
I dream a genie.
Yeah.
I have always wanted to do the vampire facial.
Of course.
That's probably the only thing. When you talk about aches and pains, yes, I have seen a chiropractor. I probably don't go as regularly as I should. But massages I do often. Not as often as I should. But I would say more than aches and pains, I would like to know more about that.
So
Okay,
there,
good.
there we go.
Perfect. So we'll
I cannot find an American that does not have aches and pains because of the joys of cell phones.
Yep.
Everybody's head is down.
Yeah.
You can't tell me your neck does not hurt
What
or
do
you
they
get
call it?
shoulder
Text
pain.
neck when you're always
Text neck or
like
military neck. Yep.
Absolutely.
I see
You
that.
can't
And
tell
my
me-
hands are small, you know, and I've got the like 12. I can't imagine the people that
Yup.
have like the the
No.
huge ones.
I
I
won't.
can't do that. So things like that, honestly, yes.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna lie. We see text neck in 9 out of 10 cases at this point, just
It's
because our generation and we grew up having cell phones, and everyone now just
Yeah.
looks
Yep.
down.
Totally.
Yeah.
I mean, people can't even like
No.
completely put their head all the way back. It gives
Absolutely.
them pain.
Well,
All right.
hey, hold on. One
Go for it,
thing.
go for it.
Now that Beige is here, we actually brought some stuff.
Oh yes,
Okay, go.
I almost forgot.
So
We
you
have
get to
presents.
Pick your colors.
Oh,
Blue-
I thought I was
he needs the blue one because, like, the blue pill
I
probably-
was like, this is for me.
He gets the blue
We
one.
There you go.
have, so I'm not
I'll
gonna
take the
lie.
red one.
Yes, sir.
So I just kind
There's
of
pills in this one.
no.
Can I have the green one, please?
I put
got
the
the green
random
one
stuff
too.
in the different ones. So one
Hemp cream.
one bag has an extra large shirt, one bag has a large shirt, one bag has a medium shirt, and one bag has a small shirt.
I need the small.
There was no rime or reason which ones I put it in, so you guys will probably have to share or like trade.
So can I put
Ooh,
this
I
hemp
like
cream?
this,
I was gonna-
dry-
Yeah,
like a
dry
green
fit.
hat.
So good.
That hat's so bright that we had to lower the resolution. By the way,
Get
can
the
we?
heck
I
out
love
of
that
here.
shirt.
I love this shirt.
By the way,
you know what I
wow.
love, which is why I love Vegas. Like even after, because I know this came from the shooting.
Oh yeah, that you might want to trade.
After I saw on the Palace Station they did like hashtag Vegas Stronger, and I just love stuff like this. This is great.
By the way, if we take this hemp cream and we put this 200,000 milligrams hemp cream on Danny's head, how does that help? Does that
On
change
his
things?
head, it's not going to do anything for his hair.
What is it going to
Is
do?
this equivalent to like 100 mg CBD cream, or do you know what it's equivalent to?
You can't smoke this, game.
No, don't smoke it.
Is there THC in
Is
this?
it
or no?
ingestible?
Do you guys have pipes for this? Is this pipe?
All right, so there's no CBD.
We don't have any cartridges.
Someone's got to search these
We
people on the way
don't.
out. We're cops. We have to do a quick
It
pat down
works
if you don't
very,
mind.
very well. Actually, I'm not even kidding. For your newfound carpal tunnel that you have,
Right.
you can put it with your wrists and stuff like that. Our patients love it.
Let's give it
They
to the carpal
really
tunnel
do
surgeon.
with their aches and pains.
I'll get it
You want- no, let him do it because then he needs the surgery. He has to open it. You have to open
Oh,
it.
I'll open it.
I can't do shit with you guys, can I? I just wanted you to.
By the way, real quick as you do this, I'm sorry. You're gonna finish.
She's mad at us.
I'm
today,
jumping in
I
here.
can tell.
Go ahead.
No, it helps with your aches
Wait,
and
real-
pains. And
No CBD, he said.
Our patients love it.
Real quick, as you rub yourself down with this stuff, listen. We have a few different super fans, right? Super fan Jason. Basically, he wrote here the following. Jumping back a little bit, he says the gas pump is a transitional space. Do not sit in your car or between the car and the pump. Stand at the rear of your car with the doors locked. Don't you think it's a little too far back? What he's saying?
yeah.
I think you'd be closer to the car to jump in the car to get the hell out of there, right?
Yeah.
That's a little weird. And then Superfan Steve, as usual, being Mr. Positive, he wrote to me, besides why didn't you start the show, that was earlier, solve the traffic problems, right, for getting here. He goes, I told you to stop fishing. That was for you. You shouldn't be fishing. And he goes, Slim, you need to lose 40 pounds. So he's telling me I need to lose 40 pounds, which I'm going to rub the hemp cream, and maybe we'll lose some weight. But anyway,
No, just
It will not
seriously,
do
at the
that.
end of the day, always be aware
we'll try
of your
it.
surroundings.
Something new.
Always be
It's
aware of
true.
your surroundings.
That's true.
And he did great by noticing that this car ran up on him and sprayed them with the gas. Be aware of your surroundings.
Okay, do me a favor.
That's actually really
So-
good on thinking of your feet.
So one of the things that we do in the Problem Solver Show, one of the last things that we'll be doing right now today,
Thinking on top
as
of your
you
feet,
listen,
like,
you're gonna.
Yeah, you gotta stay on
Are you
your
putting
toes.
some of the cream on? We're gonna test it out.
No, I'm sure it takes a while to kick in.
It's okay. Start now. So what we're gonna do is the following. So we also try to help people that want to buy a home or they want to get a mortgage and something like that. So one of our sponsors, which is Movement
20
Mortgage.
seconds. Ooh, yeah. No, to absorb. Sorry. Okay, what are we
So
doing?
one of the companies, Movement Mortgage. Her name is Erin. She's with 702-333-HOME. They're one of our sponsors for the show. She basically is one of our Zoom rooms, and she just wants to give us a little bit of a heads up what's going on in the market. So let's put Erin in from the Zoom room.
Hi, problem solvers. I'm coming to you today with a very important message. If you feel discouraged in the home buying process in this market due to high rates, maybe you don't feel like you can qualify, high purchase price, or if you are a homeowner and you're struggling with lots of monthly payments maybe due to high debt, we can help. We help our borrowers every single day make their dreams come true and get them into better situations. I have a borrower that I worked with this year. It was a family, young family, and we were able to get them into their first home. They were referred to me after they had been through 2 lenders that turned them down. The first lender said they couldn't do anything for them. The second lender had sort of drug them on for 60 days. With nothing was happening. So the real estate agent that I work with referred them over to me. And we were not only able to close them and get them into their first home, but we were able to close them within 30 days. So I consider that a real win-win. Would love to be able to help anyone out there that is in that same predicament or in a home that they'd like to advance into a new home or needs to possibly have some debt consolidation. We here like to help you guys, problem solvers, help problems get finalized in the market on the lending side. If you need any help, please give us a call, 702-333-HOME. Again, 702-333-HOME.
Thanks, Erin. I appreciate it so much. Every single week, she's kind of giving and sharing some tips. And anyone that needs some help with mortgages, like loan modifications or buying real estate, she's helping us out. So that's great. Anyway, I think basically we've covered a lot of different topics. I think we had a lot more fun than we thought we were going to have in general. You never know. We had some great guests here in general. So we have Ashley again, Pritchett Darrow, who's the Chief Medical Officer. And then we have Dr. Bennett Patterson again with Summit Integrated Health. They can be reached at 702-636 2843. Again, 702-636-2843. We're going to set up some times for us to kind of experience your place and get some video going in there in general. You're going to wear the hat.
I'll wear the hat.
This is a perfect hat. Love is love. And hopefully we'll come out newer and we'll have like a glow. So
That's right.
I really appreciate you guys coming on the show today. Danny, thanks for co-hosting.
Thank
Deja,
you.
thanks so much as usual.
Thanks.
And again, every single week, Thursday at 4:30, we're going live talking about different problems. We also had the ice cream truck outside. We invited people to come down. There was maybe about 10, 15, 20 kids that were here. It's still here for another about 15 minutes. I know we're going to go out and get some ice cream as well before we leave. Unit 702 is like our new truck that we have from the Problem Solvers. So wherever we go, there's different events. When we get our, I was about to say devil. Vampire facials.
my
devil
gosh.
facials. Well, maybe a devil facial would be good for Halloween.
There we
But
go.
we're going to bring Unit 702 is the Problem Solver like sponsored truck. Wherever we go somewhere, we're going to bring the truck and basically have ice cream. But because of kids back to school, a little bit of anxiety, we decided to have the truck. And I know my kids are next door basically having some ice cream as well. But anyway, thanks so much for joining us today. And again, I'm David Kohlmeier, the Problem Solver. Every single week, Thursdays at 4:30 live, and then Tuesdays 6 p.m. Channel 14, Cox Your View cable. Otherwise, we'll see you next week. Be careful and be safe.